जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
call upon the Indian Music Choir to perform a medley of songs, Baar Bhara and Vande Mataram, orchestrated by Mr. Vishnu Ramchandran.
percussion ensemble, orchestrated by Mr. Prakash Livingston.
Patriotic dance display choreographed by Ms. Akshita Kartikeyan. This patriotic dance will be performed on Teri Mitti and Sabse Aage Honge Hindustani.
तलवारों पे तलवार दिए, अंगारों में जिस्म जलाया है, अब जाके कहीं हमने सर पे ये केसरी रंग सजाया है मेरी ज़मीं अफसोस नहीं जो तेरे लिए सौ दर्द सहे, महफूज रहे तेरी आन सदा चाहे जान मेरी ये रहे ना रहे। मेरी ज़मीं महबूब मेरी मेरी नस नस में तेरा इश्क बहे, फीका ना पड़े कभी रंग तेरा जिस्मों से निकल के खून कहे। तेरी मिट्टी में मिल जावा गुल बन के मैं खिल जावा, इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। तेरी नदियों में बह जावा तेरे खेतों में लहरावा, इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। सुनो गौर से दुनिया वालों, बुरी नजर ना हम पे डालो, चाहे जितना जोर लगा लो सबसे आगे होंगे हिंदुस्तानी। सुनो गौर से दुनिया वालों, बुरी नजर ना हम पे डालो, चाहे जितना जोर लगा लो सबसे आगे होंगे हिंदुस्तानी। तुम भी कहो हमने कहा है जो तुम भी कहो। सुनो गौर से दुनिया वालों, बुरी नजर ना हम पे डालो, चाहे जितना जोर लगा लो, सबसे आगे होंगे हिंदुस्तानी।
Rajvir Chordia from grade 9 will now deliver the Republic Day speech.
Lt Col Vednarayan, the administrative officer of our school, the academic council members, members of the staff at all levels, and my dear friends. We are all gathered here to commemorate the 74th Republic Day, a day on which all of us as Indian citizens should be proud. All of us consider 26 January 1950 to be our Republic Day, but few note that this day was significant 20 years before the fact. On 26 January 1930, the Indian National Congress took a stance to declare Purna Swaraj, or complete freedom from the British rule. The Congress declared 26 January 1930 as Independence Day when the Declaration of Independence was officially promulgated. However, since 15th August became the official Independence Day in 1947, the new Indian Constitution took effect on 26 January 1950 in honor of the 1930 Declaration. That's why 26 January is a special day in Indian history in more ways than one. If you were to look up the meaning of the word republic, the answer you would get is a state in which power rests with the people or their chosen representatives, specifically a state void of a monarchy. The part I would like to emphasize upon is the power resting with the people, as I feel that it is perhaps the most important part. We all know how Republic Day is celebrated, the parade from the Rashtrapati Bhavan to the India Gate, and from there to the Rajpath, where the tricolour flag is unfurled by the President. In the parade, each state showcases an important part of their culture, along with the majestic displays of discipline and expertise by the Indian Army, Air Force, Navy, Special Forces, and the police, along with a troop of NCC students as they march along perfectly in sync. Apart from this, Republic Day is celebrated in schools across India, much like the celebrations being carried out today. Furthermore, Republic Day, as we all know, is the day on which the Constitution of India came into effect, outlining our fundamental rights as Indian citizens. One of the most important highlights is Article 21A, under which there is the right to education, which states that government will provide free and compulsory elementary education for all children in the age group of 16 to 14 years by law. This is an integral part of our constitution and we should be extremely grateful for it. Today, all of us are fortunate enough to be studying in one of the best institutions in the country. But the question arises, why? There must be a reason for this, not only for our education, but for education to be a right included in the constitution of our country. This is because youth play the single most important role for the future of any country. Youth have the ability to adapt to the environment and learn. Similarly, they are willing to learn and act upon it to achieve their goals. Today, we are here so that tomorrow we will go on to become leaders and to make changes in the society for better. There are many instances of young people making our country proud. One of the most prominent examples is Lt Col an artist from Pune, who is one of the youngest painters in the world. His works are mostly abstract, and he is the youngest painter ever to hold a solo exhibit in the St. John Art Center in Canada, and is also a recipient of the Global Prodigy Award. Another such example is Tilak Mehta, who is a young entrepreneur. He is the founder of the company Paper and Parcel, a digital courier company, which is an innovative one-day parcel service. He is also a recipient of the Global Prodigy Award, which he was awarded in January of 2020. Unlike some countries, the Indian Constitution provides equality for both men and women, which enables our country to progress further. A simple example of this not happening is the gender bias in the education field of Afghanistan, where most women aren't allowed to attend school or colleges under the Taliban rule. This has prevented them from making progress as a country. We, the citizens of India, have overcome multiple hurdles, including poverty, unemployment, pollution, and most recently, COVID. But we have all managed to endure the test of time as a nation. I would like to further reinstate that we as students are the future of this country, and we should honor the rights given to us. Well, right now, the most we can do is study well, aim high, and achieve our potential to make our country proud. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Upon Hemangini Chawla of grade 11 to deliver the speech.
A very good morning to one and all present here. Respected Chief Guest, Lieutenant Colonel Vednarayan, Principal Sheila Alexander, Dean of Academics Mr. Sudhakaran, members of staff at all levels, and all the students present here. A very happy Republic Day to everyone present here. We've heard the patriotic songs, salutations, and witnessed the elegant dance, which has made us all feel very nostalgic of the day back in August. So how does the symbolism of this day differ from that of Independence Day? Republic Day is celebrated on the 26th January as a nod to, I quote, Purna Swaraj, which indicates complete independence. Today we celebrate the 74th Republic Day, and this day is celebrated to commemorate the independence of our country. India won its independence on 15th August 1947, and the committee headed by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar took 3 years to frame and bring the Constitution into effect till 26 January 1950. This being the longest constitution in the world, it entails our fundamental rights and duties, and most significantly, it captures the nation we hope the country to be. In the preamble, it states that we are, I quote, sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, I unquote. Of the many things that I've claimed a republic shall be, I want to focus on the word secular. This vision that we tried to capture in the Constitution is one of the most remarkable achievements of independent India. This 42nd Amendment is regarded as the most controversial constitutional amendment in the history. The preamble elaborates on India being a secular nation. When secularists talk about secularism, they're talking about a political idea, a way of organizing the state and its society in relation to religion and belief. This is hoped to be practiced in India by providing equal respect for all the religion and religious freedom for all the people. This implies that all the citizens enjoy the freedom of worship and no official religion is followed by the state. Looked at from a futuristic lens, secular education is imperative to train the youth to be better citizens by developing the democratic values of equality, liberty, and fraternity. Secularism in education is equivalent to providing public education without any religious dominance. Today is the most prestigious day to shape ourselves to be better citizens in order to cultivate secularism in our nation. The main 3 attributes that will help each and every one of us present here to live up to this preamble are, first, to be open, to have open-mindedness. Second, to be balanced and not biased. Third, to commit to caring. All these 3 pointers will help all of us to minimize the role of religion in any public sphere. In case anyone did not notice, all these 3 attributes are a part of the IB learner profile that helps us to develop a truly secular nation. As a reflection of the day, I want all the students present in this gathering to ponder over how humanity plays a role and sets into motion ways with which we can show empathy and sensitivity towards every student's learning experiences. It is together that everyone achieves more. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you, Hemangini. I now call upon Namya Surana to deliver the welcome address.
A very good morning to one and all present here. Happy 74th Republic Day to all seated before me. Today, we have Lt Col PA Vednarayan, our administrative officer, as our chief guest. Lt Col PA Vednarayan, an industrial engineer by education, was commissioned into Corps of Electronics and Mechanical Engineers of the Indian Army. During his service to the nation, as a young captain, he was posted in the highest, coldest battlefield of the earth, Siachen Glacier, and was stationed at the snowy peaks of Ladakh and Kargil. He has been part of Indian Army's only amphibious brigade, which involved international service cooperation with the Indian Navy on board the Indian naval ships. As part of the engineering support operation to Indian Army helicopters, he has been part of flood relief operations in Gujarat and disaster relief operations in Uttarakhand. His final assignment as commander of Technical and Engineering Support Group was in Arunachal Pradesh. A very hearty welcome to you, sir. I would also like to extend my warm welcome to our principal, Mrs. Sheila Alexander, the Dean of Academics, Mr. Sudhakaran, the Academic Council members, members of staff at all levels, and my dear Shepherdians. I would like to leave all seated here to ponder over this quote by Mahatma Gandhi. I quote, "One nation, one vision, one identity. No nation is perfect. It needs to be made perfect." I unquote. That attempt at gaining perfection is our role as Indians. Thank you and Jai Hind.
I now call upon our esteemed chief guest for today, Lt Col Vednarayan, to address the gathering.
Respected members of management who are not present physically here, respected principal, Ms. Sheila Alexander, members of the staff, and dear Shepherdians. First of all, I would like to compliment the participating students who have put up a good show and display of parade and enthusiastic and energetic cultural program. Compliments to the staff behind the program also. Apart from wishing a happy Republic Day on 26th of January every year, we need to remember that we need to remain a happy republic. Nations who have opted the same form of governance at the same time as that of ours have fallen into anarchy. We have been strong enough that we have maintained and sustained the opted form of governance up to a large extent. The term republic emphasizes the central essence of the term public. Public is the center point for being a republic, be it the public rights, fundamental rights, or the delivery of the public goods. But the rights will come attached with duties. As the first speaker spoke, that every year the Republic Day parade is held at Rajpath. The Raj was a colonial legacy which was handed over to us. However, the road's name has been changed to Kartavya Path recently. Change is imminent. The governance is changing. And even the change in terminology is being reflected in our daily lives. So as responsible citizens, we need to look out for our duties also and take part in the governance process in the established democratic process. The fight for independence, which preceded republic status, costed us blood and lives. To maintain this status, it is still costing us lives and sacrifice at the border, which many of us may not be aware in our daily lives. Due to situation, 99% of us may not be able to actively participate in those sacrifices. But with our responsible actions, we can at least be worthy of their sacrifices and worthy of being defended. That is going to be the most important aspect of being in this republic. I once again thank you all for giving me an opportunity to host this tricolor here in front of all of you. Jai Hind and thank you.
Thank you, sir, for those truly inspiring words. I now call upon Shiv Manish Punjabi to deliver the expression of gratitude.
It is a true honor and privilege for me today to deliver the vote of thanks. The day our forefathers brought the Indian Constitution into effect. Firstly, I would like to begin by thanking our chief guest, Lt Col Vednarayan. Thank you, sir, for taking time from his busy schedule to be with us here today to celebrate this public holiday. Sir's words have truly left us inspired. I would like to go further and thank the brass band and bugle call students for playing our national anthem, among other patriotic songs too. I would also like to thank each student that took part in today's parade, whether it was as a contingent leader or as a student marching in the house marches, SCC, or the bands. Of course, we would not have such a successful event if it wasn't for our teachers who helped to train us. I want to thank the Indian Music Choir and percussion team for playing patriotic songs, followed by the dance display. Moreover, I thank Hemangini and Rajvir for delivering the speech, Namya Surana for the welcome address, as well as Magayan and Vedika for being the MCs. I would like to also thank Jackson sir and Shashi sir for making all the arrangements today, as well as their team. Lastly, I cannot end my vote of thanks here today without appreciating Dr. Ambedkar, same person who brought our Indian Constitution, the final draft of it, into the Constituent Assembly. This has enabled our nation to emerge powerful and victorious. Jai Hind.